Good day everyone, I'm Emilino J. Payalarumbe from BSCE 1A and this is my presentation for calculus activity. So for the table of contents, we have implicit differentiation, higher derivatives, maxima and minima, time rates. So for the implicit differentiation, we can see here that the question here is, or the one who we will solve is exy is equal to e cos y. So by solving it, the step one that we will take is take the natural logarithm of both sides. So in exy is equal to in e cos y. So taking the natural logarithm in of both sides helps simplify the equations. In exy equals to in e cos y. So by simplifying it, this simplifies to this. Xy equals to in e cos y. So the step 2 is to differentiate both sides with respect to x. So d dx xy is equal to d dx in e cos y. So after this, it was stated, we will make the step 3 to apply the product rule. So what is the product rule? The product rule that d dx equals to v equals to v1 point v or times v plus v times v1. So after applying the product rule here in the left side part, the step 4 also applies the chain rule to the right side. So after applying both rule, this simplifies to this and solve for dy dx. So after solving the dy dx, the answer will become like this. So the next slide, after applying the chain rule on the right side and simplify for dy dx, it will become like this. Y plus x d dx negative sin y over cos y. So after solving for dy dx, the final solution is dy dx equals to negative sin y. This stands for the implicit derivative of the provided equation in relation to x. So for the next slide, higher derivatives, determine the general formula of fx equals to e negative x. So the common rule, we will put it the given number here as always. So the derivative formula e key z, the general formula for a derivative of e key z with is respect to x is key e key z. So applying the derivative formula, fx equals to d dx equals to ex equals to 1 times e negative x. So by simplifying it, so we simplify it right now. So the interpretation of this is the negative sign in e negative x indicates that x, as x increases, the function fx equals to e negative x is decreasing. In other words, the rate of change of the function is negative, suggesting a decreasing exponential behavior. So the term e negative x represents the rate of change of the original function fx equals to e negative x at any given point x. This term reflects the fact that the function decreases rapidly as x increases. So here, So in summary, the derivative of f1x tells us how the original function fx equals to e negative x is changing with respect to x. The negative exponential form term indicates a decreasing behavior. So the general formula of the derivative fx of the function fxs is ex. So this is the final answer here. So for the next slide, for the maxima and minima, so we can see in the illustration here. So the given here is x plus y equals to 20. The equation given y equal to 20 negative x. Expression for area A is A equals to x times y. So the step 1 is to write the expression for A using y from equation 2. So here, A equals to x, 20 minus x equals to 20x minus x negative 2. So this is the expression for the area A in terms of x. So the step 2 is to differentiate A with respect to x, or in other words is to find the derivative of dA over dx. So after dA over dx is equal to 20, so after that it will equal to 20 minus 2x. So the derivative represents the rate of change of the area with respect to x. So we will take the step 3 is to set the derivative equal to 0 to find critical points. So 20 minus 2x is equal to 0. So after the 2x is equal to 20, the x will become 10. Because the step 3 is set the derivative equal to 0 to find critical points, right? So solving for x, we find x equal to 10. This is the critical point where the derivative is 0. So solving for x, we find x that the 10 is a critical point. The 10 is the critical point. So as we find already that the 10 is the critical, we will go to step 4 to substitute x equal to 10 into the equation of 2 to find y. X plus y equals to 20. Then 10 plus y equals to 20, y equals to 10. So when x equal to 10, y is equal to 10 also. 10 into equation, find y. So when x equal to 10, y is equal to 10 also. So we will go to the step 5, substitute. So equals to 10 and y equals to 10 into the expression for a. A is equals to 10 times 10 is equal to 100. So to determine if it's maxima or minima, we can look at the sign of the second derivative. The second derivative is d over 2a is equal to over dx squared is equal to negative 2, which is constant to negative value. This means that when x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 10, the area is 100. So analyzing of the critical points using the second derivative dA2 is constant negative value. This indicates that the critical point x 10 corresponds to a maximum or maxima. Therefore, the maximum area is A is equal to 100 when x equal to 10 and y equal to 10. So for the conclusion for this problem, we found the critical point determined the corresponding y value, evaluated the area at that point, and then used the second derivative to confirm that the critical point is a maximum. So for the final slide, so for the given values is s squared is equal to 30 squared plus 40 squared is equal to 25, s to 50, y is equal to 50. So the step 1 is to verify the initial condition using equation s squared plus 30 squared plus y squared, 50 squared is equal to 30 squared plus 40 squared. 25 is equal to 25. This verifies that the given value satisfy the equation. Step 2 is to substitute the s equal to 50, y is equal to 40, and dy dt is equal to 50 into equation 3 to find the ds dt. So the step 2 is to substitute the s equal to 50y equal to 40 and dy dt equal to 50 into equation 3 to find the ds and dx. So ds dy dt minus 2y times dy over dt, then ds over dt minus 40.50, 40 times 15 over 50 ds dt, that it will conclude to 12. The second equation, 2s times ds dt is equal to 2y times dy dt, represents the related rates between the sides of a right triangle. The derivative ds dt represents the rate at which the hypotenuse s is changing with respect to time t. The third equation, ds dt is equal to y dy ds is equal to s, come from the isolating ds over dt from the second equation. This equation is often derived by applying the Pythagorean theorem and then differentiating both sides with respect to time. In this specific scenario, when s equal to 50y over 40 and dy dt is equal to 15, the rate of change of the hypotenuse s with respect to time t is 12 fts. This type of problem is common in calculus and involves finding how one quantity changes concerning another quantity in a given geometric configuration. So this is the answer of it here. So the conclusion is those stated above are all part of differential equation, higher derivatives, maxima and minima, and time frames, and explain and elaborate on how to solve it one by one. Thank you.